Fantastic. Welcome back. With me right now from Third Mutual Board is Bert Moldow. And Bert, lots of stuff to talk about today, right?
Yes. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we could talk about.
All right.
We could probably spend about an hour if we wanted to.
I'll let you, you got your order, and although I got your list here, I know you have it in a certain order, so I'm going to let you get started.
Well, I want to inform people that there was another board meeting held last Friday.
Right.
And the purpose of that board meeting was to pass resolutions that had to wait normally 60 days. Okay, the state law basically stipulates that you have to have a commentary period of at least 30 days. And when the month of February rolls around, we've only got 28 days. So we would have had to extend it into April.
Yeah.
Okay, and as a result, we did call for another board meeting. It was announced, it was an open meeting, and typically and unfortunately, no residents showed up.
Okay.
So I thought
we mentioned it.
yeah. So I thought I would sort of mention what we did, so that they were aware of this. Probably one of the major ones that we did, I think, was we passed a mandatory water heater replacement rule.
Right.
Okay, very much, I guess, like the toilet. In this particular case, you know that the mutual will replace a hot water heater if it fails before 10 years. And if any damage has been done, it would be our responsibility. But once the 10-year mark is reached, okay, we will no longer be responsible for the damage that is done by the hot water heater. Well, we took a look at this, and we found out that in 2016, we had 33 water intrusion events due to hot water heater failure.
Okay.
It caused $85,000 in damage, and this does not include the personal property damage that occurred. This was our expense. And so what we decided to do was to require all replacement of hot water heaters on units that are being sold. Okay, if they are older than 10 years old.
Okay.
So that's one of the rules. It's nothing that's going to happen immediately because we can't staff up for it. We have to go in then and inspect these units.
Okay.
Okay. So
I have a question.
I was going to say it becomes effective next January.
Being that you're condos and not co-ops,
Yes.
aren't the condo owners always responsible for their hot water heater? When is it that Third will replace it? Is it just on the three-story buildings? What about the people who have duplexes, or some of them are even single family?
All condo owners.
Okay.
There's nobody that's excluded from it.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good.
So that's one of the important ones that we passed.
Very good.
We are in the process of doing a pilot program on 3 of the Garden Villa buildings on the first level.
Right.
Okay, and the reason that we want to do that is, 1, actually improve the attractiveness. 2, for damage prevention. We are going to go into the walls and make sure that we don't have a dry rot problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And essentially going to provide for rules that relate to the use of the common area and exclusive common area on those decks.
Okay.
Okay. So we're in the process of doing that as a pilot program. And we passed a set of rules for the care and maintenance. And so those rules, by the way, will be up on the internet.
Okay.
And I didn't want to just go through the pages of what we have to do and what we require. We passed an interior pest control policy. You know, we had the problem with the bed bugs. And so we felt that there's some degree of responsibility on the part of the manor owner if they have bed bugs.
Right.
If we cause it, if it comes from us, we will deal with it. But other than that, it is the responsibility of the homeowner to take action, and it's very wise that they do so almost immediately.
Right.
Because if it spreads to a neighboring unit, okay, their expenses can really be steep.
Do you know what some of the actions that they can take as
well,
far as...
they should call a extermination company. And you know, if you need the name of an extermination company, I'm sure that Resident Services could probably provide the name.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Another thing is, Kurt Wyman. I don't know if you've ever interviewed Kurt.
I have, yes.
Okay, a director. He's new basically in the architectural area. And he took a look at our standards, which had not been updated for years. And he said, we really ought to revisit.
Yeah.
So we've been in the process every month of taking maybe 5 or 6 of these standards and updating them, okay? And so what we did is we basically changed the standards or modified slightly on exterior doors on a house, floor coverings, wrought iron fences, gates, and patio slabs.
Okay.
And again, for the details, go to the internet, you'll find the details there.
Yeah, and I just want to mention that along that, he was on the other day with Janie Durrell from United. You know, they're doing the same
Yes.
thing. However, we brought up the website, and he showed us all the PDF forms that people can collect. Both United and Third are there. You have to go kind of wade through them a little bit and make sure that, of course, you're picking the right one for
Right.
for the right mutual. But they are there, and you can see right now that Paul's bringing this up in the back, and
Right.
they're all there, you know. And I can recall that at the meeting on Tuesday, your last meeting, I think you said there's some 50 some odd
Yes.
that you're going
Right.
through, and you're taking
But
them
we'll have them done by the
week
end
by
of the
week.
year.
Yeah, by the end of the year. But
Yeah.
as you can see on screen here, all the different things are there, the different standards, and you know, you find out what building you're in and that sort of thing.
Yep.
And they got everything, gutter downspouts.
I mean, you
even.
know, it's amazing. People at elderly, I guess, some complain about the transition from PCM. But I find that this new staff has been so cooperative, outstanding with regard to the work that they're doing. And for once, we've got a staff that's proactive. We don't have to sit around and wait for them to do something. And here's an example.
Right.
Where Kurt comes in and says, hey, your standards are out of whack.
Right, right.
It
All
was
right,
great.
very good.
The other thing I'd like people to be aware of is the homeless problem.
Right.
We do have a homeless problem, in particular over on Ridge Route.
Yes.
You can go to that area on Ridge Route over near the 5, where Ridge Route curves away
yes.
from the wall that we have in Third Mutual, actually. That's our wall. But that wall is only 3 feet high, and it has a little barbed wire on top, and it just, with the woods back there, they're concealed. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
They're, okay, and they can come over the fence very easily. And so we decided that we've got to do something about that. And we do have a Shepherd's Hook program, by the way. We have a 10-year program. But what we're going to do is we're going to expedite that program and change the priority. That was not the area
Yeah.
we were going to work on. And we're going to raise that fence and put in Shepherd's Hooks.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll try to minimize the ability of people to come over the wall.
And that should be far more effective.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
ever, you ever see those hooks?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah, they have.
So, you know, we're talking to the city because I guess the county itself is concerned about the overall homeless problem. I mean, let's face it, if you were homeless and you live somewhere else, like, whoop, pardon me.
That's all right. No, I mean, that's very true. If, you know, you want to be in Southern California, you want to be where we have fairly moderate weather throughout the
Exactly.
year.
I mean, we're going to wind up with the homeless,
Yeah.
and we're going to have to do something about it.
Right.
But we do not want them living outdoors, outside of our fence,
Right.
coming into the community, and we have had theft.
Yeah.
So it's another security issue.
Okay. Definitely.
By the way, that was unbudgeted. We had a small piece. We had like 170 feet per year budgeted, and we have to do, I think, 1,700 feet of hook.
And that will be done this year?
That will be done almost immediately, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Very good.
right on the top of the priority list.
All right.
Okay. We also discussed fire prevention. We just took a look at the fires up north, saw the damage that had been done, and recognized that we're on the edge of a wilderness.
Yeah.
And, you know, we call ourselves Laguna Woods. Well, there are trees that we have in our community that can burst into flames when
Right.
exposed to sparks. Certainly the pine trees have a lot of oil in them.
Yeah.
The eucalyptus,
Eucalyptus,
trees. Oh, boy,
definitely.
they are dangerous.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen over the next year or two is it's going to be a tree culling. We may be Laguna Woods, but we're going to take down.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we estimate, actually, I think that's going to be about 1,000 trees ultimately.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of trees.
Yeah,
The
it is.
priority will be along the wall facing the area that presents the danger.
Okay.
So that's another thing that we are discussing.
Okay.
And again, that's something we'll probably be budgeting for starting next year. I don't know if people had heard Brad talk at the board meeting, the last board meeting, but he talked about an Uber service.
Yes.
And apparently we are going to have the software, and we will be in a position to be able to offer an Uber-type service where you can pick up your iPhone.
Right. Right. And it's not Uber, it's an Uber-type service.
It's an Uber-type service, you know, within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And I looked at that and I said, oh, wonderful. I can get rid of a car.
Yeah. But you love your car.
I don't love it that much.
Okay.
I mean, how much does it cost me to maintain?
I know he loves his car. So.
Yeah. How much does it cost me to maintain a car?
Yeah.
A car, you know, with the insurance, with the depreciation,
Right.
okay, with fuel, you're looking at what, $3,000 to $5,000 expense.
Yeah.
Well, you can get a lot of Uber calls for
Yes,
three
you
to
can.
$5.
Yeah.
Right? And the one thing that from this mutual standpoint, I think that really is great is that if I get rid of cars and other people get rid of cars, maybe the parking problem will go away.
That's true.
That's,
Yeah, that's a good benefit, isn't
because they really, I mean, it is a killer.
Yeah.
We do not have, I mean, we can't generate space.
it? Yeah,
What are you going to do?
that's true.
I mean, we can restrict the number of cars that people have, but that's a hardship on people. That's really not a good long-term solution.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that, you know, this takes effect a lot sooner,
Yeah. Yeah, that's great news.
and I will get rid of a car.
All right.
I promise.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
And the last thing I just wanted to mention is that this is Women's Month. And
Yes, it is.
And I would like to point out that we have women on our board. As a matter of fact, I think women make more of a contribution to this community than the men do. I don't know why. Maybe the men are out there more on the golf course,
Maybe.
but they deserve all the recognition.
Yeah, they do, certainly.
They are the leaders of our, well, let's see, we have women leading Third Mutual
Yeah.
as president. We have a woman leading United. But I guess GRF hasn't woken up and realized that this.
Yeah, maybe they will.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I have to say.
All right. Good to see you, sir.
Okay?
All right. You take care. And thank you for the update. Exciting things happening. Definitely.
And we got a lot more coming.
Yeah, you do, for sure. All right. We'll see you next time.
Okay?
Take care. We'll be right back.